Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because this one is a shocker. RFK Jr. just revealed something that could flip the entire narrative upside down. He sat down with Benny Johnson, and while they were talking about Biden, Fauci, and the so-called auto pen pardon scandal, he let something slip. Something that changes everything. According to RFK Jr., the reason Anthony Fauci received a presidential pardon is because, and I quote, he played a role in the creation and release of that thing in 2020. You know what he's talking about. The event that shut down the planet. The one that forced Americans indoors, collapsed small businesses, silenced voices, censored doctors, and changed life as we knew it. According to RFK Jr., that's the real reason Fauci got a pass. Let that sink in. A pardon not for heroism, but for alleged responsibility in creating and releasing a global crisis, and you thought DC couldn't get more corrupt. RFK Jr. claims that behind the scenes, the Democrats, already in deep with the Chinese Communist Party, moved to protect one of their own. Because if Fauci talks, the whole thing unravels. Tens of millions of people are gone, families shattered, economies ruined, freedom stripped, and according to this explosive leak, Fauci knows exactly why. Now, let's be clear. This claim hasn't been confirmed by the White House. But the fact that it's RFK Jr., a presidential candidate and a lifelong environmental and health advocate, making this statement on record changes the game. The White House hasn't responded. Mainstream media, silent. But Americans aren't stupid. We remember the lockdowns. We remember the masks. We remember the forced shots. And we remember how anyone who questioned Fauci got banned, censored, or worse. So now, the same man allegedly gets a free pass from Biden via autopen pardon. Let's talk about that autopen. Biden didn't even sign it himself. It was literally a machine. He couldn't bother to use his own pen for one of the most controversial pardons in American history. What kind of government is this? One that pardons officials behind closed doors with no transparency, no accountability, and no justice. This is why trust in government is collapsing, and this is why RFK Jr.'s warning must be taken seriously. Because if Fauci truly played a role in what happened in 2020 and is now being protected by presidential powers, this isn't just corruption, this is treason against the American people. RFK Jr. isn't some fringe voice anymore. He's polling, he's running, he's being heard, and the more he talks, the more the truth comes out. So are we going to keep ignoring this, or are we finally going to start asking the real questions? Because if RFK Jr. is right, this is the biggest cover-up in American political history. This is B27, and we will not be silenced. Like, share, subscribe. We've got the courage to say what others won't. And as always, God bless America, and God help us all if this turns out to be true.